Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'll be showing you how I make this yummy yam porridge recipe. It's just a mixture of yam and mixed veg together. So this is my freshly washed and chopped up yam. I chopped them into smaller cubes so it's easy for me to cook. And then I have my fresh shrimps and the dry shrimps together. I also have my mixed veg here all chopped up, and then I have my freshly cut basil, I have fresh cut bonnet and onions, and I'm also going to be using some grilled fish. I have my tomato blend, which is tomato, pepper, ginger and garlic blend, and I have a little bit of palm oil and some sunflower oil that I'll be using. So this is my pot already. I'm just going to heat it up a bit before I go ahead and add my palm oil. So the trick is just to add a little bit of palm oil to give it that color and the taste, but not so that you can actually taste the palm oil, just to give it a nice color. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my palm oil. As you can see, I'm adding just very little for this recipe. I don't need too much palm oil because I'm also going to add the sunflower oil as well. So that is what we're going to use to cook the food, the sunflower oil actually, not the palm oil. So as you can see, I'm going ahead to add more of my sunflower oil, and when my pot has heated up a bit to the consistency of what I like, I will now add my freshly chopped onions, allow that to fry for just a little bit, and then go ahead and add all the other ingredients. So I'm just going to mix my onions a little just to be sure that everywhere is evenly cooked. And when I'm done with that, when it's fried a little bit, I will now go ahead and add my tomato paste as well. So guys, just sit back, relax and enjoy this yummy recipe that we've brought to you today. So my blend is going in, as you can see, and I'll let this boil so for maybe give or take 5 to 10 minutes, because I really want it to cook and cool down. You know the way you cook stew and the oil is about to come out, as you can see. So I'm just going to cover it and allow it to boil for a bit, and it's been boiling for about 5 minutes now, as you can see. I just wanted the water from the tomatoes to come down a bit. So this has been cooking for a good 5 to 10 minutes, as I said earlier. Now I'm just going to head and add some crayfish, the dry crayfish. I forgot to mention that, but was part of the recipe. I'm adding some dry crayfish, as you can see, and then my fresh crayfish mix is going to go in as well. And I'll just add my fish at this stage so everything can boil, and the sauce can really soak into the fish and the way to boil into the yam as well. So I'm just going to mix this a little bit just to be sure that it's the right consistency of what I want. And I'll now go ahead and add my other ingredients as well. So a little bit of salt is going to go in there just to give it some taste, not too salty, because you don't want to overpower the yam porridge. You still want to be able to taste the yam porridge. So my seasoning cube is going in at this stage, and then I'll just mix all this a little bit so I can have, I'm just checking to be sure that it's not over dry, because I'm still going to add water at the end, so I don't want to have this burnt taste about it. I'm allowing this to boil for just a little bit, and guys, you can see now it's properly cooked. The oil has come up, it's really dry. All the flavors have gone into the food I've added and the fish and all that. So at this stage, I'm just going to go ahead now and add my yam. So some people will add water right now, the water that is enough for you to cook the yam porridge, but I prefer to add the yam to go in, give it a good mix, make sure that everything is is all settled in there before I go ahead and add water. That way for me, I'm able to gauge the amount of water I'm adding, because the yam is already in there, so I know that okay, the water I'm adding is just going to be to the level of the yam, instead of adding the water first and then adding the yam, and maybe it becomes too much and it becomes really soggy, because we want to have the juice but we don't want to have it too much, I don't know if you get what I mean. So I'm just mixing this a little, and then now I'm going to go ahead and add my water, because I can gauge where I want the water to reach. I can gauge how I want the yam to cook, and stuff. So that's why I prefer to add my water after I've put in the yam, because it allows me to see the level of where the water is going to stop. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead and cover this a little and allow it to boil, and it's been boiling for about, say, 10 minutes now, and my yam is almost properly cooked. So as you can see, it's boiling. what I'll be doing is I'll be trying to break some of the yam to give me that yam porridge paste, you know. So I'm just mashing up some of the yam little by little, not too much, but just some of the yam, maybe 2 or 3 pieces, you know, just to give me that thick creamy paste when you're eating the yam to go with the yam. I don't know, like a sauce kind of. Now I'm adding all my mixed veg in there. As you can see, my freshly chopped up pepper, my onions, my basil leaf is all going in there as well. I'll just give this a good mix and make sure everything is stirred properly, and then I'll close it and allow it to boil for like a further maybe 1 to 2 minutes, just until my vegetables is properly cooked. So covering this now and allowing it to boil for some time, and I'll come back and show you guys what it really looks like. Guys, this already smells so nice, like it's so yummy, the aroma is just so delicious. Honestly, you would really love this recipe. Now it has been boiling for about 5 to 10 minutes, and guys, my yam porridge is ready. As you can see, I have a thick creamy paste to go with the yam, and then my yam is also properly cooked. I'm just mixing this together. My water is not too much, you know, and the sauce is also not too much. It's just, you know, there's this right consistency with it, and this is what the sauce looks like with the mixed veg. Guys, this is the final product. I hope you like this recipe. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, and make your comments known. Thank you so much for watching.